Now the one thing I wanted to point out is because I did such a good job of painting this and cleaning this edge off, now you can see why I didn't want to have any paint on the edge of this, and how I took my time on here cleaning this, cleaning the old paint off and then putting the new paint on and then cleaning off any little excess of the paint, because I actually sealed this on the first coat too. Lots of times guys, when they seal shower walls and stuff, maybe they just slop the sealer on and they just go to here. And they think, that's good enough. Well, when you put the sealer on, you'll notice that when you put the sealer on your grout's going to change the color. This is the actual color of the grout when it's wet. Okay? And so if I would have stopped this sealer right here, this whole grout line would have been a light color. And I didn't want that, so I actually had to cut this in too. And when I cut it in, see how nice that looks? Doesn't that look professional? You know, here it is, an average Joe doing this on my own, saving the money. Saving the money from paying a painter to do all this. And I got up there along there. And so when you stand back, all of the grout lines look the same. Okay, even along the wall here, see? The grout lines are that nice dark color because I took the time and cut in around there. I had to cut in everywhere, and I'll show you how to cut in and stuff on this next video, or I might even attach some of it to here. But see, even the top edge of here, see, I wanted to make sure I didn't have any paint excess of the new paint on here or the old paint on that top grout line, because I cut in that sealer right to there. Doesn't that look nice all the way along the top edge of that tile? That's how you want it. That looks professional, doesn't it? Look, I even went the extra mile. I did the top edge of the tile grout right around the toilet, underneath and around the toilet, and around the edge and down in there, everywhere. I've got that sealer, okay? And I did a good job right up against the cabinet and that little tile edge. Yes, of course I've got grout, or I've got sealer on the top edge of that down there. I've got the sealer all the way tight to the carpet. I even had to kind of pull this back to make sure I got that whole edge. And see, just a few little pieces right there sticking, because it was just the other day that I did that. So, you know, that's all you got to do. Get that stuff all out of there. And then I did, of course, yes, I got that little piece of tile right there. And I even got the grout on the top edge of that. And I also, on this floor, see, I've got an heating air conditioning register that's on the floor instead of the ceiling. I thought I was going to just cut around that initially. I just pulled it out and did around it, but I put it back in. I just put it back in right now as we speak, because once I get out and have this set down here, I don't want to trip down into that hole or anything like that. I'll pull that back up when I get ready to do this floor. Of course, this floor I'm going to do last. You know, I'm gonna get up in here and do this. How do you do this whole thing? Step by step, one little tile at a time. And yeah, that's all I used. That paintbrush right there. Now, if you've ever watched any of my other videos where I show you how to seal tile or stone walls, shower surrounds, shower floors, tile, bathroom floors, stone tile, bathroom floors, kitchen floors, and all that kind of stuff. Usually I cut in everything with a brush, you know, that 3-inch brush or a 4-inch brush, and then I'll do the rest with a mini roller, a 4-inch mini roller with the little extension pole and a foam roller, 4-inch roller. But I'm not going to do that here, because when I did that, it was tile walls in the shower, and the shower floor, it went all the way down. So if I dripped anything off the walls onto the floor, it went right down on the shower floor. which was going to be sealed anyways. And it was a no-brainer. Use that. Use the mini roller. Well, here, I was going to use the mini roller after I cut in everything with the paintbrush. And I thought, well, you know what? There's not much more to it. Plus, I don't want to get drips all over this tub. And so I just left it. And see, here's one little spot right there where I dripped. And I'll be able to clean that. Here, let's see here. See, that will come up. That stuff will come up when I get all done. And what I'll end up doing is, and I can see where some remnants of it is. Right here, see? From the first coat. There's a little bit more there. And here I can feel a little bit right in there. But I did a pretty good job. And you know, I thought if some of it gets on there, then no problem. I'll wait until I do the second coat, and then I'll clean all that off with a razor blade. And it'll come off with a razor blade just fine. It'll look just fine. No matter what you do when you seal these, whether or not you use a 4-inch paintbrush, 3-inch paintbrush, whatever you do, eventually it's gonna sag and slide down, and it's gonna run off, and it's gonna puddle up on this edge of the tub. And I did the best I could. Like I said, I didn't really get too much on there. This here was because after I sealed everything, you just get a little bit of it running down and pooling up down there at the bottom, no matter what you do. I mean, I sealed it, and I could come back a few minutes later, hit the bottom tile. You're still gonna get some on there because it's just the nature of the beast. So, you know, I'm not really worried about that. I'll clean that up with my razor blade when I get done with this whole project. And so like I said, I did everything, believe it or not. I did everything with that 3-inch brush. And if I had a 4-inch brush, I would have used a 4-inch brush, but I didn't. And the bathroom is small enough to where, hey, you want to use this 3-inch brush? Fine. That's all that you're going to need to do this entire project. Even if you've never sealed floors before, if you've never sealed walls before, you have to get a big old roller to do this? No, because most of it is cut in anyways. There's not that many full tiles in here, right? And when you start doing it with the paintbrush, you just concentrate on a certain area, and before you come out further, and then on the full tiles, one tile at a time, making sure that you get all of your joints. That's really important, to get all of your grout lines both directions and cut in properly, and doing everything else. I cut in around that, cut in around that, cut in around the handle, the shower head. You just pull the trim away. See that little scutcheon trim? I just pulled it away like that so I could cut that in and do it like that. Okay. So hey, you want to save some money, or you want to make your bathroom look nice? Redo the whole thing. Because if you've been watching my videos, I don't know if you have been watching them or not, but I've redone this whole bathroom. I put 2 coats of finish paint up here, white finish paint, and semi-gloss, and this ceiling was tan before. The walls were tan too. This just makes it look a little bit nicer, a little bit different, and everything out here was all tan too, and the ceilings were even tan. And now I painted those white, and I painted everything else this grayish color. Is called double click. If you like this color, it's called double click, believe it or not. See, this here is the same color as that over there. It's just when you get shadow lines on here, it picks up all different kinds of colors, doesn't it? But all the walls are the same color. And so I thought I would continue that on into the bathroom. And that's what I ended up doing. I took the light fixture down, the mirror down, painted everything, cleaned that exhaust fan trim, took that down, cleaned it all, took this door down, took the door down to get it out of here. And I've made all those videos and I've got those on my channel. Okay, just go to my main YouTube channel page, click on playlists, and then go down to painting. And all of my painting videos will be there. Okay? And when I was right in the middle of this, you might have thought, does he really know what he's doing? It doesn't, I'm not sure if he knows how to cut this all in right and do all this and get all the paint off of the grout lines, and how's he gonna do that? He even masked, I even put masking tape on there, but then the paint went down on the inside of that because the grout was right there, and there's no way, I don't care what color masking tape you put, you're not gonna get it perfectly. So then you spend the extra time and cleaning everything, your paint excess off, and then cut in and check everything again, and then clean off any excess. And that's what I ended up having to do for these grout lines to look so nice up next to this painted edge. New paint up to the existing grout. Doesn't that look good? Looks a lot better than it did, let me tell you. When you look at it back here, that really looks good. Looks like a professional painter did that. Well, I'm not a professional painter, and you're not either. That's why I make these videos, so that you can watch these videos so you can see that if I can do it, an average Joe, yes, of course, you can do it too. Okay, doesn't this bathroom look very nice? Okay, and so I thought, once I get done with this painting and everything, am I going to call this bathroom good? No, I'm going to do the extra and clean the tiles, clean the baseboard, clean the tower, the tub and shower surround tiles, and then actually seal them. And so that's why I decided to put the coat of sealer on here, and now I'm going to put the second coat of sealer on here. And then when I get all done with that, who knows what I'll do next. I still have to get some hard water marks off of this glass, and I'll make a different video of that. I made one video on that already, but showing you how to clean it and if a razor blade would work. And I've got two other possible ways to clean off the hard water marks on windows and doors. See all this right here? You can. I'm sure you can see that. See, I cleaned this one. Right to that edge using a razor blade coming this way, stopping right there, so that you could see the difference between the hard water marks and using a razor blade. But you can't use a razor blade on everything. These were hard water marks that were really thick, and in other areas where it wasn't as profoundly thick, it's just had a haze on there, I would have thought the razor blade would have worked real good on there. Well, I kept going and going and going and going, and finally I was getting it off. I could probably do all of the window glass that way on the shower tub enclosure, but hey, I'm going to try two other methods first. Okay, so anyways, hey, back at it I go, sealing this floor using this sealer right here. And trust me, if I can do this, you can do it too. Well, that's all I got for this time, but I'll be back with more videos.